You know, we always think of a big competition as a battle against an opponent, right? But what if the toughest rival you'll ever face is the one inside your own head? That's right, the most important game is the one happening right between your ears.
So what really separates a good athlete from a truly great one? I mean, is it just about being stronger or faster or putting in more hours at the gym? Well, we're about to see that the real game changer is often something you can't even see. It's all about the mental game.
All right, so let's start with the good stuff. Let's look at what happens when everything just clicks, you know? When your mind goes from being just a tool to becoming your single greatest asset, working in perfect sync with your body.
To see what I mean, let's drop into a tense basketball game. The clock's winding down, the pressure is on, and this is exactly the kind of moment where a single flash of pure concentration can flip the entire script.
And this is what that focus looks like in action. The player isn't just reacting here, they're way ahead of the game. They're reading the opponent's body language, they see that long pass coming a mile away, and boom, they intercept it. But they don't stop there. That interception creates a brand new opportunity, and they take it, driving straight to the basket for the score. It's a perfect chain reaction, all kicked off by one little moment of incredible focus.
So here's the bottom line. Concentration is all about filtering out the noise. For that basketball player, it meant completely ignoring the roar of the crowd, ignoring the pressure, and zeroing in on what the opponent was about to do. That kind of mental clarity is exactly what turns a simple defensive move into a huge game-changing play.
Okay, but what about the flip side? What happens when that same mind turns on you? Because when the pressure really starts to build, your mind can suddenly become your biggest weakness, and it can totally sabotage the skills you've spent years and years perfecting.
Picture this. You're in a field hockey match. It's tied 2-2, and there are only moments left on the clock. A player gets a golden opportunity, an easy shot on goal. Seriously, this is a shot they could make in their sleep. But this time, the keeper saves it. And right there, in that one single moment, not only does the play fall apart, but so does the player's entire mindset.
And this quote, wow. This is so powerful because it takes us right inside that player's head. See, it's not even about the missed shot anymore. It's about that crushing feeling of disappointment that comes after. That feeling just sticks around, poisoning their confidence. It just goes to show how fast a physical error can spiral into a heavy mental burden.
And here's where it really hurts the team. A little later, another chance comes up, a totally clear shot on goal. But does the player take it? Nope. They hesitate. That memory of the last failure is just too loud in their head. Instead of shooting, they pass the ball. The moment is gone, the chance to win is gone, all because of that lingering feeling of disappointment.
Let's look at another one of these critical moments. It's a 2-on-1 breakaway. The smart play here, well, it's pretty obvious, right? Pass to your open teammate. It's that simple. But pressure makes you do funny things. It clouds your judgment. So instead, the player tries to be a hero and take on the defender all by themselves. And you guessed it, they lose the ball. Opportunity? Gone. A perfect example of a terrible decision made in the heat of the moment.
Okay, so we've seen the pressure of the game clock. Now let's talk about a totally different kind of pressure. The pressure of an audience. For this gymnast, the opponent isn't a person in a different jersey. It's the crushing anxiety that comes from a huge crowd watching her every single move.
3 seconds. That's it. That's all the gymnast needed to do. Just hold her balance for 3 seconds. Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? But when you're literally shaking with nerves, 3 seconds can feel like an absolute eternity. Anxiety has a way of turning a simple, well-rehearsed skill into something that feels completely impossible.
And the physical result of all that internal anxiety? A total loss of control. The shaking, the wobbles, the lack of precision, it all adds up to deductions from the judges. Marks are lost. A routine that was absolutely perfect in practice just falls apart during the real performance. It's a textbook case of the mind sabotaging the body.
So we've seen the two sides of this coin, right? The mind as your most powerful ally and as your most crippling opponent. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's that the real victory isn't about beating the person across from you. It's won by mastering your own inner game.
This slide really just lays it all out, plain and simple. On one side, when you're focused, your mind is this incredible asset that leads to those game-winning plays. But on the other side, things like disappointment, anxiety, and just bad judgment can turn your mind into a huge liability that wrecks your physical skill. The ultimate lesson here, winning isn't just about how you train your body, it's about how you master your mind.
And that really just leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Because whether it's on a sports field or at your job, or even just in your own personal goals,
We all have an inner game that we have to play. So what's the biggest battle that you're fighting in yours?